cyberbullying, cyber harassment, cyber stalking, criminal intimidation, malicious act of imposture perpetrated by Mr. Martins Vincent Osi, popularly known as VeryDarkMan, and the lady, Miss Chi. That's how the lady introduced.
Of how he treats me differently from my siblings, but he's only doing that because he loves me and he wishes that fathers could marry their daughters, that he would have gotten married to me. And that was when he started to touch me all over my.
Listen to this call that I had with this girl. Now, this call was on the 22nd of December at around 7:05 p.m.
Guys, no be smart thing. This first of all, before we even get into the whole buzz between VeryDarkMan and Pastor Chris, before we get into this whole Merry Christmas to everybody watching this video right now. Today is 25th of December, and I'm wishing you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Let's first of all have some good news first before we enter this whole kasala with the go on between VDM and Pastor Chris. Before we get into that, guys, this is Savage World Extended. Some of you might know this face or not. This is our brand new channel, so if you know you want to keep getting updates, subscribe, like the video, and turn on the bell. So first of all, this very video came out today of Pastor Chris's lawyer and his legal team saying that they are going to be suing VeryDarkMan. I don't know why up till now people never say even if you sue VDM, now you go still lose. Like even if you sue VeryDarkMan, you will still be the one regretting in the end. So first of all, I'll be showing you this very video of VDM being sued. Before I show you the video, the crazy shocking video of the phone call between Pastor Chris daughter and VeryDarkMan, this phone call is so shocking. A whole lot of things was said in this very phone call that VDM recorded, and he posted it today on his Instagram page. Today being Christmas, we are getting this crazy news. Here is the first video of the lawyers calling out VDM suing VeryDarkMan. Here is the first video.
Case. It has come to our notice, and as well to the public domain, of the cyber incitement, cyberbullying, cyber harassment, cyber stalking, criminal intimidation, malicious act of imposture perpetrated by Mr. Martins Vincent Osi, popularly known as VeryDarkMan, and the lady, Miss Chi. That's how the lady introduced herself during the time of their committing this crime. Now, it's no longer news that this act of criminal stalking and cyber crime and libelous article and comments started by one against our client, Dr. Okafor, senior pastor, Dr. Okafor, started by one Miss Doris Ogala and cohorts. However, our interest in this press briefing is not on her and her laughable and good digging story calculated to exploit our client through cheap blackmail, taking into account the ongoing investigation and intervention of different law enforcement agencies. So who say that on that her own, that everybody should suspend commenting on it since they are investigating it. We reported this matter to the police.
So you can hear now they said that they sue VeryDarkMan for misconduct, for slaughtering and misinforming and scattering the pastor's name online. So this is the one that VeryDarkMan posted today. Let us all listen to this. This is very shocking. Here is the full video.
The daughter of Prophet Dr. Chris Okafor. I used to live with him years ago, and I left around 2020. Yes, I left around 2020 because things were about to get out of hand. While I was living in the house, amongst all my siblings, I'm the only one from my mother, while the four of them are from a different mom. While I was living in the house, I used to get treated unfairly. Like, it was very, very visible, and even the workers in the house could see it. And one evening, he called me to his room that he wanted to speak to me. And after I went in, he was, standing behind the door, and then he locked the door and he said I should sit down. And I sat on his bed and he started speaking to me. He started telling me that he knows that I always feel bad because of how he treats me differently from my siblings. But he's only doing that because he loves me. And he wishes that fathers could marry their daughters, that he would have gotten married to me. And that was when he started to touch me all over my body. And in that moment, I was sitting very still and frozen because I could not really understand what was going on. And that was how he continued. On different occasions, he would call me. Like another time, he called me and then he locked the door again, and then he started trying to kiss me all over on my lips and all over my body. And it felt like I was quiet for a long time because for me, as at that time, I was somebody that was so desperately seeking the validation of my father. I was alone in the house. I didn't have any siblings of my own. So the fact that he was talking to me, at least like for me, all I was thinking about at that time was, okay, if this is going to at least make my dad talk to me, this is going to make him treat me equally and fairly, then okay. And there was a day I had a terrible dream, and as a man of God that he is, I went to meet him so we would pray together. And that was the night that he almost penetrated me, but it didn't happen. I think he saw how scared I was and how I was sweaty and shaky on the bed, so he said I could leave, and I left. And that was when I was able to use the teacher's phone in school, and I decided to tell my mom about all that was going on. Then the next week or a few days after, she came to get me from the house, and that was how I left.
How old were you then?
I was about 14, 15 years old at that time.
Wow. So when you told your mom, what did she do about it?
She cried so much, and she was serving at that time. She was I think she was in the northern state, so she had to come back, like she had to come down. And mind you, I don't know if I should put this out there, but he also forcefully had his way with my mom when she was 15. That was how she was pregnant. That was how she got pregnant.
You raped your mom? You were born out of rape?
Yes, out of wedlock, yes.
Wow.
When she was just 15, she used to attend this church and she was in the choir. So that was how he knew her, and that was how he.
So who pays your school fees? Like, who pays your school fees? Saw you through school?
Presently, everything has been my mom. Since I left his house, I haven't spoken to him. He hasn't reached out. He tried to reach out once. He called me one evening, but he wasn't saying anything. Basically, he was sounding so prideful and asking me why I also did not reach out to him. That the phone works both ways, and the conversation did not lead anywhere. It was just that one call in the whole of 5 years, and that happened in the beginning of this year. That was when he tried to call me.
Does your mom try to go to him and take money from him for your upkeep or for your school fees?
Never. The only time she did that was when I was still with her, before I fully moved into my father's house. When I was with her, and she would go to meet him that, oh, she wants to pay my school fees, she wants to do this for me, and she opened up to me last year that the reason why she's so bitter towards my father is because he treated her like an object. Like all the times that she would come to the house to come and ask for school fees or ask for anything, he would try to have his way with her. Other times, I don't know. I don't want to say what I'm not sure of. I don't know if she agrees because she never said that, but she told me every single time she would go to try and get my school fees, he's always trying to have his way with her, and he's always forceful about it.
So anytime she goes to ask him for your upkeep, he tries to sleep with her.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
And while living in the house, countless times, even as a child, I did not really understand this. But growing up, I saw how that rejection made me feel. There are countless times he would take I and my sister Mariah to go and run DNA tests. And even if he runs the test and he sees that we are his children, he still tells people and just like says it that we're not his children for some reason. And I don't really know what his reason is. Tells everybody that I'm not his child.
Wow. How old are you now?
I'm 20.
Okay. Anyways, we'll keep in touch.
Right, thank you.
All right. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Now, by Samaso Opera, if you listen to this call that I had with this girl, now this call was on the 22nd of December at around 7:05 p.m. was when we had this call. Now, listen to it properly. What you are trying to use as a defense and as a damage control, the DNA test, that these are not his kids. He has been using it since against his kids. They have got to do several DNA tests and he's their father, right? Now, I'll ask you a question. Whether or not he's their father or not, let's leave that by the way. But how are you a pastor and a 14-year-old girl who is meant to be your daughter, whether not your daughter or not, but as a father, as an uncle, or whatever thing you be, or as a guardian, you carry her into your room, and then you say you wish that father can marry daughters. And in the defense, you are saying that she's not your daughter. Let's say she's not your daughter. First of all, it's an abomination, 14-year-old child, as a pastor and a man of God that you call yourself, and you climb on the altar. Now, you see, you have finally put yourself in the box, right? Your kids are available. You understand? Your kids are available. This case will be a very big case for the country, and people will learn. People will learn a lot. How these men of God take advantage of the vulnerable people, manipulate them, use them anyhow they like, But your own, you had no limits. Now you said they are not your case. It's going to be a public case. So by Samaso Opera, be prepared. These cases will be made available. Do you understand? They'll be made available. Heavy security. It's going to be a public case. They'll use a public hospital. Cameras everywhere. The DNA test will be conducted on all of them. Your wife might be present. Do you understand? The mother of the kids is still very much alive. This one that made this confession now, do you understand? It's the other ones, the one where they say you do before. According to her, she said the mother even told her that you do 4 entry on the mama when she be 15 years old, and you won't do the same thing to the daughter when she be 14 years old. May God forgive all of you. But then again, the DNA test will be done, since that's what you want to use as a defense and as a damage control. You all will learn. You all will learn the hard way. Don't play.
Guys, What do you guys think about this whole saga between Pastor Chris and VeryDarkMan? At this point, I don't even know what to say. I'm going to leave you guys to make your own choice in the comment section. Do you guys think VeryDarkMan is doing the right thing by going after this pastor, or he should obey the lawyers and stay out of this? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and Merry Christmas to everyone watching this video today.